friends, MD Vegan on my Gentle Juicefasting day once a week in the average. Yeah. But once a week, that's a nice way to describe my diet. Yeah. One day a week in the average, not precisely one day a week, when sometimes I have 2 weeks, one day, but sometimes I have 2 days, 1 week. So, but in the average, one day a week, just when I don't eat, how would I describe my diet? It's so important to me, has become. When I was young, I had never even thought about fasting. When I did it the first time, it was a revolution with my best friend. We were teenagers, and I thought, wow, let's try that once. It was really pretty extreme, not to eat. Wow, it was impossible. And I had another friend. He gets mad if he doesn't eat. He makes a scene about it. And so eating is so important for regular people, or me also was it. But the fact to do that, to fast, was really a breaking point. I didn't really pay attention to much. I did it, yeah, we had some fun with it, but I didn't pay attention to much. Then I began with yoga, and later the routinely fasting became a thing, and yeah, it changed a lot. Cleansing. Mainly cleansing that body is really, and the mind. That's a big thing, yeah. And now it is part of my diet. Right? Every day, every week, 1 day, no eating. It's so good. It's a prolonged rest of the intestines, the digestion. Yeah, basically, fasting is pausing the digestion. And digestion is important. I mean, it's one of the most important things. It's a 60 or 70%, 70% of the immune system is in the intestines. Digestion is a big part of it. The whole metabolism, how we get energy, that is based there. We get energy in many ways. We have breathing, we have sun, thoughts. Food for thoughts is also a famous slogan. It's also energy and food. You can eat with many times, but the physical body is sustained by food, by eating and drinking. That's what the physical body is made for, made of, and sustained by. It's all interconnected. Thoughts, feelings, music, art, air, light. All these things are also kind of food. But you have to discriminate also. The physical body is to be discriminated from the mind and from the spirit. When you don't do that, you say only the physical body exists, like many science do that, then you are reductionist. You can't explain many things anymore. You don't explain them anymore. And reductionism can be helpful to understand a certain problem, to discuss it, in the whole picture. You reduce your tools. I only look at the body now. The body is everything now, for a while. But it's not a position you can really say, okay, that's my position for good, as many do. And that's wrong, because you really can't, it's not wrong, but you can't explain. It's not the truth, of course. Science doesn't want to have the truth anymore. It's just a temporary truth. It changes again, not the absolute truth. So there's not an absolute truth, but we don't want to have that anyway in our science. But so I can't say it's wrong to be reductionist, but it's a very limited tool, very limited. And in science, in medical science, it's far too limited. We know that holistic approaches, the whole thing, not reductionist, holistic, that is very useful in many diseases, big diseases, chronic diseases, diseases that cannot be healed by conventional, traditional science in the West. So we know that now. That is part of the science, part of the medical community worldwide. Lifestyle medicine has become more important, and fasting is part of that lifestyle medicine already. It's very interesting. So I have talked about it a little bit. I don't want to talk too much about it, just to give you a little bit of idea where I stand, why it's important to me to fast every week, 1 day, because when it is part of my regular diet, not to eat, then it has the best effect on me. And it's not about losing weight or so. Some believe that too. I have to fast, I have to lose weight. It doesn't work in the long term. A yogi wants to have a continuous lifestyle, a steady lifestyle. Steadiness is so important, because These things we do on a regular basis, that's really gives us the most power and energy, that lets our performance, defines our performance, the regular things we do. That's the most we do. Yeah, and that's why fasting is so important as on a regular, and to do that, to have this fasting as a regular part of my diet, I have to use a gentle way to do it. That's the best way for me to do it, and for most people, I would say, it's the most efficient thing. Yeah? Everybody can do it, only one day, not eating. No doctor would say that's not good for you if you are healthy. Yeah? You're a healthy person, more or less. Yeah? No actual issues right now that are really problematic. You can fast one day, no problem. You have to drink enough. Yeah? And doctors would say that only when you do longer than one day, then it gets problematic. And maybe a doctor is needed or a medical assistant to show you, to look at you and say, okay, are you okay? Yeah? Is there something up? Because when you fast longer, can be changes in the body that hurt your organs, inner organs, and so, and then problems can be. But one day only, there's no problem. Has been so in all our history of humankind. We have never eaten every day. That is a modern thing. It comes with industrialized nutrition, you know. So we live in the city now, and we have plenty of food all the time in the Western world, the industrialized world. So there's no problem with food usually. There are some exceptions, of course. Don't talk about that now, but yeah, there are food deserts and so, but in the industrialized countries, but you know, that should be regulated soon. I mean, they can't get away with that. The politicians who allow that to happen, they should really be out of office. They should all care for that everybody has in the rich world enough to eat every day. And that's what we have usually in our culture here in the Western culture. We usually have enough to eat. And that was not always like that. Yeah. Usually we had fasting periods for a long time. We had to eat more when we had the food, and we ate less when we had no food. Yeah. That was the usual situation always in our civilization, in the humankind. That's with animals the same. Only now we have plenty of food, and so fasting to me is not something very extraordinary when I look at myself as a part of the human race. You know, it's something that is pretty good, and I want to control it, to make it gentle, to determine my own fasting, like the gentle juice fasting is the easiest way for me, and I think it's very effective to do that over a long time, yeah, decades or so, always one day a week. And the fun thing is that if when I fast, I'm more creative. Yeah. Not only the cleansing of the body and the mind takes place. It can be in the first time. It can be pretty tough. Yeah, can be very strong effect, intense. So I can always slow it down. I can eat a little bit in between. I can just reduce the calories a little bit. Yeah, not full fasting. Yeah. For example, having juices here. There are a lot of calories in juices, the sugar and so from the fruit, and vitamins and minerals from the vegetables. When I do the juice fasting, it's a gentle kind of fasting in general. I don't do the water fasting usually. I can do that too. But here, for my video people, for the friends here online, I do my gentle juice fasting, and I show others how to do that, how I do that. Try to explain a little bit, because it's the easiest way. If I do the water fasting or nothing fast or so, that's my personal thing. I wouldn't talk about that in public, because I wouldn't recommend it for others to do, because, you know, that's a very, very complicated things happen there for a long time. I wouldn't do that for others, with others, only with medical surveillance. And I'm not a doctor, you know, a medical doctor, I'm not. So I do the gentle thing. Everybody can do it. That's what I share here about. And for that, these juices are really amazing. They make it nice and make it exciting, very easy to approach the fasting. And the creative thing, once these more intense cleansing periods are over, yeah, when you don't fast at all, you might have some issues with fasting at first. Yeah, it can be tough, but the gentle thing makes it easier. But after some time, even with the gentle way, it becomes easier and easier. To me now, I'm looking forward to a fasting day all the time. Because in kitchen, I have almost no work to do as compared to regular days when I do the cooking and everything. Yeah. On a fasting day, I just make my juices. Today I have 5 ingredients. I have a pear, I have a cucumber, I have lemon and ginger and parsley. 5 ingredients, that's all I need. There's so little work. And afterwards, I just cleanse the juicer. That's 5 minutes, that's done. And I have a large juice then, and I can enjoy for some time, and I drink water, I drink teas. So that's a very nice time to have some time off in the kitchen. That's a good thing, I'm looking forward to that. And then I feel creative. So the heaviest cleansing is over already. I've been doing that for decades now. And so it's easy to me, very easy, and it's most about creative. That's the most important effect for me now, is being creative. Yeah, makes me creative because what I don't need in the body is cleansed out. What I don't need in the mind, a lot of that is also cleansed out. It continues, of course. Every night we dream, we reduce it, and so on. We process everything, and so. But you know, after some time, it gets more and more easy in the mind. Clarity of mind comes, and when that is there, creativity comes in. The clarity of mind, I can access the intuition. I can feel what's right and true, what I need to do now. That's a good thing, and on a fasting day, it's there. Much more than not. on a not fasting day, it's really nice. Feel fit, yeah, can do more exercise and breathing practice. I can do that almost much better on a fasting day. So it's a very nice time of fasting. I like it. I don't want to overdo it, you know. I'm doing like 1 day a week, that's enough. That's part of the regular diet. So today I make this pear juice, but it's basically a green juice. Yeah, that's important. The greens are most important nutrients, food, greens, healthiest, and they're cleansing also. They give oxygen to the body, to the cells, the blood, and so. And the greens are really also in juicing. Green juice has to be always. Oftentimes I like red juice, the beet juice also, carrot juice, and then the green juice. These are very different. Basically, they have different characters. The green juices are giving oxygen and fresh and cleansing. Yeah, they make it a fresh start. The red juices more like energy. They make endurance. They give endurance, power. You know, you do a workout with beets. Yeah, the nitrates, they are really giving you more energy, and also for the blood vessels, and so nitrates very good, and so on. That do a little bit different things, but I need them both. Today I make a green juice, and the green juice are a little bit more difficult to make because they are always a little bitter. Greens, yeah, cucumbers also. You can eat them, snack them, nice, but when you juice them, it's a bitter juice. Yeah, and bitter juices, nobody wants to drink that. Nobody likes that. Not many people. I mean, some do, but usually you want to have something sweet. And today I use a pear. There's 3 pears or so. A lot of pears here. Just cleanse the pears a little bit. So I call it a pear juice. Actually, it's a pear juice, but it's a green pear juice. Usually I take not so much fruit, but today I have parsley, the second green. Yeah. So overall, I have the same amount of greens and fruit to balance each other. Yeah. The greens need to be balanced. So this is a whole bunch of parsley. Cut it ready for the juicer, and the cucumber. That's my green today. It's a very simple thing: parsley and cucumber. Yeah, not too much. But the pear I use here instead of the apple, because when I make a cucumber juice, that's a basic juice, cucumber juice, very easy to make. I always use an apple to combine it with a cucumber. Apple and cucumber is very nice together. But today I take a pear because of the parsley. The parsley is a very powerful cleanser too. It's one of the most powerful cleansing herbs we have. Green herb, parsley, cilantro, these are really powerful cleansers. They take heavy metal out of the body. One of the most important things are dangerous things in our body that we need to get rid of. Yeah, and parsley is that. It's very, very powerful. Yeah, so 1 bunch of parsley, and parsley pear is a perfect combination. There's a smoothie too with parsley pear. You should try that combination. You didn't yet. It's really nice. Parsley pear is perfectly made for each other. Really, it's so nice together. Could go into detail now, but the bitter and the sweet, and so the soft and the hard, and the sour green, and so no, it doesn't need that now. Just for the record, parsley and pear at the classic here. That's why I use the pear here instead of an apple for the cucumber juice. That was the first idea. I had a nice cucumber to juice it, so I added the parsley and the pear. And then I have lemon and ginger. Lemon and ginger is something very common in my kitchen. I use it to boost the other ingredients. Yeah, the fire of the ginger and the antioxidant of the lemon makes it fresh. The fire of the ginger boosts the other ingredients. The sour flavor of the lemon boosts the sweet flavors. So it gives them a background. Yeah, the backdrop. The sour is the backdrop for the sweet. The sweet gets stronger subjectively, so it helps the sweet to come forth and balance it at the same time. And the ginger makes many other nutrients more powerful. It's a very potent spice, the ginger. Take a lot here, 3-4 inches or so. And I try a little bit with lemon peel. It can be a nice addition for a juice where I use the lemon. But the lemon peel can be a little bit too much because it's also bitter. You have a bitter green, parsley and cucumber here. Sometimes the peel is too much. But it has the most important nutrients of the lemon, always in the peel, the yellow color. The citrus fruit in general, the outside is very potent. But sometimes I can't use them a little bit. Try it here, let's see. So we'll juice now and then I come back and taste the juice for you. Let's see. My juice is done. I'm already looking forward to enjoy it. And what I see now is a nice color. You see that is a typical green juice. It's a light green juice. A lot of pears in there. And that makes it lighter and creamier too. Yeah, we have a pure cucumber juice that would be very light, watery. Yeah, pure pear can be creamier, a very creamy texture, thicker. And that's here. It's nice, and it's nice to have a little bit of fuller juice. Light juices are also nice. Always depends on the ingredients you choose. The pear juice I like because it's creamier. Mango juices are very thick and creamy. These kind of things. This is a medium juice, a little bit creamier. That's the general things. But now I taste it, and I used the lemon whole, the whole peel of the lemon. I used it because I tried in between, tried a little bit of juice. Oh, it's nice. It was a little bit sour. Yeah, on the lemon and the sour parsley green. The green parsley flavor has a little bit of sour tendency, so the juice overall tastes a little bit sour. So I put more of the lemon peel in to balance that sour flavor, because when it's sour, it can be balanced with bitter. And that's in the peel too. And of course it fits very much to the sour flavor of the lemon. The lemon flavor is inside sour, outside lemony. So the lemony was missing a little bit. So I put a lot in, and let's see what it tastes like now. I didn't taste the whole juice. Yeah. Let's see what it tastes like now. The whole lemon peel. So. Oh yeah. It's a clearly cucumber juice. The pear here is more the background, and it is the nice combination with the parsley here, the parsley pear. That is here the second element to the cucumber juice. And as I said, usually I have an apple in the cucumber juice, but here only the parsley. It's also sweeter than an apple, the pear. And if you want to have it as sweeter juice here, you could also add more pears always. Yeah. That's the general idea is always when I make a juice with vegetables, then I take fruit to balance the strong, intense flavors with these minerals. That is always, oftentimes, do the minerals make this heavy flavor, the intense flavors. I balance it with fruit, where vitamins are there, some sugar. That's nice to balance, and usually I take 1-to-1, yeah, 1 part volume or whatever of veggies or greens and 1 part fruit, so 1-to-1. And then from there you can start. You can have sometimes I find the juice is a little bit too sour or too bitter. I add a little more fruit. That's all up to you. These juices are balanced in a way when 1-to-1 is there to me. And more fruit or less fruit would make it more or less in the other direction. That's very personally. If a friend comes or so, I can always add some more fruit. When I'm on my own, I take a little bit less fruit. I want a little bit more energy or so, the main minerals or so. That's always, it reflects in the flavor. That's always very personal decision. But the ingredients here, they fit together. They're nicely fitted together. And it's a nice green juice, powerful green juice. A lot of cleansing in there and freshness in there. And what happens with the juice when I use it, put the veggies through the juicer, is the fiber. That is what cannot be digested. That what keeps the plants stand up in nature. The fiber. That is got out, filtered out. You take the fiber out of the fruit and the vegetables to make a juice. As opposed to a smoothie, when you put everything in the blender, blend it all together, and then you have the fiber in the smoothie. That's a better food in general. For a general day, the fiber are the most important parts of the food because it makes a healthy digestion. But on a fasting day, there's another digestion. The digestion rests because you take out the fiber, and then there's another way for us to get our energy from the food. The metabolism, the way how we process the energy, get the energy from the food. This metabolism is changing on a fasting day because the fiber is removed. The fiber are also important because important nutrients are produced together with the fiber. Take out the fiber, you don't have these nutrients too. So there is not the full amount of nutrients in juices that you have in a whole food plant-based diet. That is our standard healthiest diet, should be for all humans. But the juices are an exception on a fasting day. It's a change in our system that takes place for that day. At night, we also have a different metabolism when we sleep. Cleansing is going on. The mind removes the toxins from the body. That happens during sleep and during fasting too. Makes it so interesting. So, basically that's what I wanted to tell you today. It's a wonderful juice. Try it for yourself. Let me know about it. And if you want to join fasting, you can also go to Facebook. There is a fasting group. It's called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. The Tree Yoga is the yoga style that I also do here, the yoga, the 7 figures, the postures. That's Tree Yoga. And it's a nice way of doing yoga in the flow. And from the yoga style of Tree Yoga comes all the Gentle Juicefasting and the Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. We do that all together once a month or once a week. Or once 2 weeks. That's always depends on what everybody wants. I do it once a month, once a week. But the Facebook page of Tree Yoga Moon Fasting, there you can find all my juice recipes and a fasting calendar for the best fasting days. That's related to the moon. I don't go into the detail right now. You can find it there if you're really interested. Otherwise, it's also always nice to have a juice because, as I said, I feel so creative on a fasting day. I can learn so much about the ingredients. To me, if I would advise somebody how to learn cooking, I would say maybe you should try this juicing, because juicing is really a nice way to get to know the ingredients. Because that's what cooking is about, It's combining ingredients and finding out how they play together in the meal and in the body afterwards. And that's also what is so nice to find out when you juice, because you have a direct access. The senses are more aware of what they take in, and I can feel what is in the ingredients, what they do to my body and to my mind. So juicing is good for many things. It can help you to change your diet, to go transition to a vegan diet. You can learn cooking with that, beginning with ingredients to know what they are like, and then you can cleanse in yourself and get a clear mind. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe at MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.